We begin tonight with the breaking news that has been coming out of Minneapolis throughout the day, where we are still learning more details about this morning's deadly shooting by federal immigration agents that left a 37-year-old American citizen dead. MS Now has confirmed the name of the victim is Alex Jeffrey Peretti, an American citizen from Minneapolis who worked as an ICU nurse. Tonight, dozens of people continue to brave the negative-degree temperatures, voicing outrage over the second fatal shooting by federal immigration agents in just 17 days. MS Now has new footage showing the moments leading up to that deadly shooting, and we want to warn our viewers that you may find this footage disturbing. MS Now is working to report out more details surrounding today's shooting, but DHS is standing behind the agents. Here's what DHS Secretary Kristi Noem just said a few moments ago.
An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at this scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement.
MS Now has since learned that DHS plans to lead the investigation of its own officer who shot and killed Peretti, not the FBI. Minnesota officials, meanwhile, are pushing back.
It's a campaign of organized brutality against the people of our state. And today that campaign claimed another life. I've seen the videos from several angles, and it's sickening. But I have a strong statement here for our federal government. Minnesota's justice system will have the last word on this.
The chaos that we are seeing is caused directly by ICE, Border Control, and this federal administration.
We need ICE out of Minnesota. They are not making us more safe.
All right, let's cross over to MS Now reporter Alex Tabbitt. He joins us live from Minneapolis, where he's been covering all the developments throughout the day. Alex, let's start with the situation there on the ground. We've been hearing officials throughout the course of the afternoon describing it in multiple different ways. Give me a sense of what is happening behind you. What is the mood there like?
The mood is angry, Amen. I mean, this is now, as you noted, the second fatal shooting of somebody in this city in the last 17 days by a federal officer, and yet it's just the latest development in what is just a tragedy after tragedy here in Minneapolis. You can hear people chanting, "Stand up, fight back." It is one of the chants that we've heard the most of, including "ICE out, ICE out." His frustration is really boiling over here. And remember, just a few days ago, a 5-year-old boy was detained by ICE. 17 days ago, Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed. This all started 6-7 weeks ago after the president called members of the Somali diaspora, some 81,000 strong, garbage, and then sent in sent in federal agents to start this Operation Metro Surge, and then sent even more agents after Renee Good lost her life. And now we see what has happened with Alex Peretti, this 37-year-old ICU nurse. Now, Eamon, I want to introduce you to two Minnesotans. They're twins who made it out here today. Talk to me about why. First off, remind me your names one more time.
I'm Corinne.
Corinne.
And Teresa.
Corinne and Teresa. Why is it so important for you guys to be out here today, and how are you processing what happened here this morning?
It's been really hard to process. As a teacher in a school nearby, earlier this week, I was delivering food to people who can't get out. And it feels like that's not enough. I feel like I have to be out doing something. And I've practiced for lockdowns for 20 years. And I never once thought that our government would be the people we are scared of. And I work as an ICU nurse, so this hits really close to home as far as just why are we not providing aid after everything happens, which was absolutely wrong. But why isn't anyone trained in CPR? Why can't they, like, do more? Like, they're just so reckless.
We've heard President Trump floating the use of the Insurrection Act here in Minnesota. If the president does go through with that, what would that mean? I mean, what do you make of that threat from President Trump?
Well, it's hard to know when he's bluffing because he'll always stand down when times get tough. But it's terrifying to think that our own government is turning on us. There's no precedent for this, and it feels like we're back in 1940s Germany. And we all thought, what would we do if we were back there? We learned in history about the Nazis, and now we're standing here, and half of us are doing nothing, while the rest of us are just trying to make sense of it.
Well, thank you so much for your time, guys. I hope you stay warm out here. And Eamon, this is just over there, the location where Alex Preddy was shot and killed at around 9 a.m. local this morning. As you might be able to see, people are still lighting candles and saying prayers in remembrance.